We call this one the stripper. Okay, everybody, so now we're gonna do the second. As you can see, I already did the initial wash, and now we're gonna be doing the decontamination, which we already have the lotions and potions in here. We already got some minor remover, and all the concoction is right up in here. Because we're chemists here too, right here in Ultra Protection Wrap. We call this one the stripper. Yes, sir. So what I like to do is, I like to work in small areas. So we're gonna be working in the full front, and then we're gonna be moving in sections around the vehicle to clean it the same way. So in the same way, we already have a clean bucket with a dirt trap, and we're gonna be using a brand new clean towel. So this one we're gonna be using instead of a mint or a wash mint, as most people would call it. This is okay, but you know, frankly, has touched other cars. So we're gonna be using a brand new towel. And for good measures, we want to ensure that we're just doing this in a nice, soft manner, just sort of glazing the car, not rubbing in too much. At least I'm not a detailer, I'm not a professional washer, car washer, you know, but I like to think this method has worked for me. Once again, just sharing my info with everybody. I hope if you have a better method that you tell me, but I'm not a detailer, you know, but we do what we can. We have our best practices as possible. We're gonna change the water once again. Here we go. This was almost reminds me of, doing this kind of work reminds me of the movie Free Willy. I'm not really sure which part because I was a little kid, but I remember them just putting water on top of the well and everything just kind of like beating off of it. It looked pretty nice. You know, my good friend Chris told me this is the moment where you start falling in love with the car. You start, you know, seeing all the engineering and all the mechanics and everything. Because can you imagine to be able to put pieces in this very same way, you know, to have them be existing in a way that just screams out beauty and perfection, and something that we're trying to match here with our work here in Ultra Protection Wraps. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be using a brand new clay bar, and everybody likes that little crispy sound, right, of this breaking. ASMR, guys. So now we have something to work with, right? You don't want that much. Let's get a good chunk and save the other piece for if this falls. So we always want to have a very lubricated surface. I guess we'll just start on one side and work our way the other. Just give it in a nice, once again, not exactly with a lot of force, but with just enough. And you feel it. If your hand gets stuck, and sometimes I do this with my bare hands, but oftentimes if you do this so much, like we do here in our wraps, or most wrap shops that we do this often, you know, the chemicals are gonna get to you. That's why we use gloves. And it's one of those things that I wish I could be continuously using my skin to feel, but you can still feel to an extent in here with the gloves. And the idea is just that if you feel it, like here, maybe it needs a little bit more. All right. By the way, guys, how was your 4th of July weekend? Was everything amazing? I hope everything was good. We're gonna be doing the headlights as well. You know, full body means full body. All right, let's flip this around, give it a little few things, and continue with the whole car. All right, guys, so by this time I already washed it twice. Clay barred it, and this is the last time I'm going to hit it with that decontamination potion that we have here in Ultra Protection Wraps. And that's just for the areas that we're going to be working on, and then we're going to move into the rest of the area to ensure it's going to look amazing. All right, guys, so we just final touch up, you know, making sure we're getting this product in. And this is the only time that you're actually wanting to have a very dry surface. You know, if it's not beating, if it's not doing all those things that we're used to seeing, that's a good sign, because for us, for the installers in paint protection film, we want to remove all the adhesives that are left on from the dealership. And, you know, oftentimes that's one of the things that I believe plays an equation, or plays a part on the equation when it comes to bad installations, right? We always blame it on the film. You know, we never say, hey, it's my fault, I don't know how to install that film, right? That's what I say here. But if in the case you are considering us, you can expect me to take a really good care of your vehicle, using brand new vehicles, using the same methods that have worked for many of our installations. So this vehicle is a lease. More than likely, they're gonna have it for 2-3 years, change it up for the new one, right? So we're only going so long as far as the dismantling. We're only going to do a pre-cut for hybrid, which means extending the edges, but we still need to ensure that everything's really nice and clean. So we have here a brand new super plush towel. Hoo-wee. Black on black, baby. Oh, that's so satisfying. Wow. Wow, guys, this towel is amazing. I don't know what it is. I just told them, give me the best one. And that's what they gave me. Oh, wow. Wow, this is amazing. I'm like a little kid getting excited over simple things. Like, this should be a norm, right? People might say, like, what are you talking about? I'm an expert. You should know. Anyway, having a great time here in Local Protection Wraps. Guys, it's been super hot, so I'm using the, this time of the day to be able to wash this vehicle without rushing. But this time, I've been a couple of good hours out here prepping, making sure everything's amazing as it should be, without cutting any corners, prepping everything correctly, right? Just for the body only. We have another special towel for the windows. I'm gonna put this away and I'm gonna take it to dry, so that way it doesn't touch any other surface. Towel for all the window surfaces, right? Keep things individual and not contaminated. Squeaky clean. Squeaky clean right before we take it into the shop.